I now give the floor to Mr. Michael Levy.
Thank you, Madam President, and distinguished members of the UN Security Council. Today, I stand before you not just as Michael Levy, but as a brother, a son, a human being, and as someone whose life has been shattered by unimaginable loss and despair. My brother, Or Levy, is one of the 100 innocent hostages currently held by Hamas in Gaza. For 439 days, Or has been missing from our family. 439 days of fear, anguish, and an unbearable silence that echoes louder than any words ever could. On October 7th, Or and his wife Einab went to a music festival, seeking for a brief moment of joy. They arrived just 9 minutes before all hell broke loose. Missiles flew over their heads, and they had to run into a nearby shelter, thinking they will be safe. From that shelter, Or called my mother, repeating the terrifying words, "Mom, you don't want to know what's going on here." That was the last time we heard his voice. 10 minutes later, Hamas terrorists stormed the shelter. They threw grenades, sprayed bullets, murdered Einab, and kidnapped Or into the tunnels of Gaza. The last image we have of him is heartbreaking, covered in his wife's blood, shocked and terrified. Or is more than just a number. He is a real human being, a father to an amazing 3-year-old son named Almog, who lost his mother in the horrendous terror attack of October 7th, and is now essentially orphaned. This baby had to celebrate his 3rd birthday without his parents. Try to imagine your own child celebrating his birthday without you, going through life's milestones without you. Imagine not knowing if your child is okay and who is taking care of him. Almog keeps asking about mom and dad, and even when we try to explain, he doesn't understand why he can't see his dad and what it means when we say that mom will never come back. This baby still has a father who can come back to him. Do not let him become an orphan. You have the power to save his father. For 439 days, I've woken up every morning with a pit in my stomach, wondering where my brother is, wondering if he's cold, if he's hungry, if he managed to survive another day. Every moment he remains in captivity is a moment of unbearable suffering for him and for all of us who love him. I'm here today to remind this council and the world of its duty, not just as diplomats, but as people, as mothers, fathers, siblings, and friends, because this is not merely a political issue. This is a human issue, a moral issue. I want to ask every member of this council, what would you do if it was your child, your brother, your loved one? Hamas's actions are not just blatant violation of international law. They are an assault on humanity itself. Holding civilians hostage, men, women, children, is a violation of the principles that this very council was created to protect. And yet, your silence is deafening. Your inaction is suffocating. For every day this council fails to act, the message to the world is clear, that some lives are worth saving and others are not. But I refuse to accept that message. I refuse to accept a world where my brother's life can be used as a bargaining chip and be forgotten. I refuse to believe that this council, which was created to uphold the highest ideals of humanity, will turn its back on those who need it the most. This is your moment to act, to lead, to show the world that this council has the courage to stand for what is right and send a resonating message that terror will never prevail. I'm asking you to prove that international law means something, that human rights are not just words, but principles you will fight to protect. Demand the release of all, demand the release of them all. These 100 lives are not just numbers. They are fathers, mothers, daughters, sons, brothers, and sisters. They are people with families waiting desperately to hold them again. I want to express my deepest gratitude to the American nation and all the rest of the nation that supported our campaign for standing with us in this dark hour. Your unwavering belief in freedom and justice is a beacon of hope for families like mine who are desperate for a lifeline. And to President Trump and Biden, we place our deepest hopes and faith that you will bring this tragedy to an end. Your decisive leadership has already brought light into a situation that feels so hopeless. We believe in your strength, your leadership, and your commitment to justice to help bring our loved ones back home. I want to finish with a personal note. Today is my birthday, the second birthday I mentioned without my baby brother. I'm not asking for any presents, celebrations, or even a cake. My only birthday wish is sitting in a Hamas tunnel waiting to be brought back to his son. Bring my brother home. Bring them all home. Thank you.